So this is the video demonstration to go alongside the written instructions from my yarn tassel garland craft kit. That is a mouthful. So I'm going to show you how to make this whole thing. So you're going to have 3 balls of yarn. This is double knit yarn and it is 100% cotton actually, it's just nice. And you're also going to get a little bag of wooden beads. You can have 2 different sizes, so larger ones, and then let's see if we can find this smaller ones just to give it a bit of variation. You're also going to get a needle, plastic needle, so it's not, well, I mean, it's not super sharp. I wouldn't do that, it kind of is a little bit sharp. And some hemp cord here to finish it off. Oh, and missed out the main event, the cardboard. The only other thing you need is scissors. Try and find the sharpest scissors that you've got, just because it makes your life a lot easier. These ones, if you're looking for a good pair of scissors, if you do a lot of craft like macrame or material cutting, these Fiskars ones are really good. You can get them off Amazon, or you can get them off the Fiskars website. I think I got them off the Fiskars website. Okay, so step 1, we're going to take our yarn. You can use whichever colour you want first. This colour trio is one of 2 that I've got at the moment. I've got this colour, and I also have pinky colours, which would be cute for like baby girl nursery or baby shower decorations, you know, that kind of thing. This one, again, would look really cute in a nursery, but it's a bit more neutral. I do plan on adding more colours in the future, so if you come across this video and you have different colours in your kit, then that's great, because I ended up doing that. I'm going to start with the brown one, just because the sun is pretty bright today, so I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So I find, instead of taking it from the outside, I prefer to grab from the inside. Just have to pull a little bit, and a big clump will come out like this. And then you can find the end of the yarn like so. So once we've found the end of our yarn, we're going to cut a section. The length of the section is going to be approximately twice the length of this cardboard. So we're going to put our cardboard this way, and we're going to just measure, and then I always add a little extra on just because I like to do that, and then cut. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So to do that, I'm just going to use the one that I've already cut and put that. So we've got 2 pieces of yarn that are the same length, and these are going to be used to make our tassel. So we're going to put one of them to the side, and then we're going to flip our 2 pieces of cardboard this way, so it's lengthways horizontal. Take one piece off the other piece and pop your section of yarn that you just cut approximately in the middle. Let's do that. And then plop your other, that's not a very technical term, pop your other piece of cardboard on top like that. And leave your other one to the side, you don't need that yet. So take your long piece of yarn again that you've grabbed from the middle. If you're struggling to grab it from the middle and you're not bothered about it moving about, then you can obviously take it from the outside, it's not a big deal. So now we're going to take the end of our long piece of yarn, our ball of yarn, and we're gonna start making our first tassel. So what you want to do, this section, pop it like higher up, just to make it easier for you in the end. And we're going to begin by picking up our 2 pieces of cardboard that's got the section of yarn in the middle, and we're going to start wrapping now. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the yarn around the cardboard pieces 60 times. So we're going to count 60, okay? So that's a full one, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can do it quite quickly, you know. And then once you've done your 60, you can cut at the bottom where we started it originally. You won't be able to see that now because it's kind of wrapped under here. There we go. So we have our 2 ends. And now what we're going to do is use this section that we did before, and we're going to just get it to the top, which is why it's easier to start there than say start in the middle or something. Get it to the top, and we're going to tie a double knot in the top, like so. Knot, and the second knot. So now what you're going to do is take your scissors, get your scissors in there and just cut like that. And so now you're left with this little tassel. So the knot that we did here, I like to keep that underneath just so you can't see it. So I just flip it over like this. And then you can use your fingers to just brush it down like so. Wow, it's gone dark now. Like this. And then we need to take our other section that we cut earlier and just place it down like this, and place your tassel on top of it and tie it like this. What I tend to do is I tie it like this so it's nice and tight, and then I'll flip it and tie it on the other side. For some reason it just keeps it tight like that, like this, and then I'll do a double knot like that. And yeah, we've got our first little tassel. Oh, it looks like a little dancer. Oh, that's quite sweet. So next it's cutting. So I actually don't mind it when my tassel is like different lengths. I quite like it. It gives it a bit of texture. But don't want it too different. So just cut that way. So now all you have to do is do the exact same thing for the rest of your brown and for your other 2 colours. And then once you've done all that, we'll move on to the next step. So once you've completed all of your tassels, we're going to start making the actual garland. So what you need for that is your little bag of wooden beads. And what I would suggest doing is the cardboard box that your kit came in, I would suggest just plopping them all out into there and setting those aside. And you also need your hemp cord and your little plastic needle. So what we're going to do is unravel the hemp cord, and first off we're going to start with a tassel. So I'm going to start with brown, seeing as we're starting with brown all the time. I'll move these out of the way actually, let's move these out of the way. I'm going to start with my brown one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hemp cord and just thread it through the plastic needle And then I'm going to thread this. So here, do you see this section of yarn? And then we knotted it under there, didn't we? It sort of gives a nice shoop for you to pop your needle through. And this also keeps the knot towards the back here. So thread that through. Like so. And then we're going to start popping our beads through. So what I usually do is a small bead, large bead, small bead. I just think it looks nicer than all large beads or all small beads. So the plastic needle has quite a large head here. So I just take the hemp cord out and thread it by hand. So thread the small one, thread the big one, thread the small one, like so. And then next tassel. So again, thread this through here. And it's really easy to thread this hemp cord because it's like thicker. And then I'm going to do my next colour up. Thread this through. And then again, take this out, take my small bead. Large bead. Small bead. Like that. Then our last colour from the trio before we start again with the dark brown. And again, just remember your knot's on the back, so thread on the front like this. I love these colours together, I think they look really nice. And we'll go with a lot of different decor. So a small bead. If the beads have got like jaggedy edges inside, which is just the nature of them, you can sort of twist the hemp cord through and that just makes it a bit easier. Like that. And then we're going to continue putting all our other tassels on. Okay, so once you've got all your other tassels on, we're going to do the ends of our garland. So you can cut these as long or as short as you want depending on where you're going to be hanging it. I like to give a little bit more length just in case you want it to have a big swoop. So yeah, to finish these off, I do like to add the beads on the end too. I start with the tassel just because otherwise these will just fall off the end, so I always do these last. So again, do your bead formation, small bead, large bead, small bead, like this. And then what I tend to do is tie a knot on the end just so that they stay on. So I'll do one and then I'll also do double knot just to make it chunky. I suppose you don't really have to do this, but if you're just transporting it about, then it definitely makes it easier so it doesn't all fall off. Also the beads don't fall off. So yeah, you've created a bit of a stopper there. So we are So we are complete. Our yarn tassel garland is done. You can hang this wherever you want, and you can look at it with pride that you did it all yourself and you didn't have to buy one that somebody else had made. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed making it, and if you fancy making any other crafty bits and bobs, I have lots of different craft kits on my website. I also sell materials so that if you have already bought a craft kit and you just want to make the same thing and you just need the materials and you've got all the rest of the instructions, etc., I sell the materials on there as well. So yeah.